All right, when I say the word meditation, what's the first picture that pops into your head? I'm guessing it's someone sitting perfectly still, eyes closed, just shutting out the world. Well, today we're going to take that whole idea and completely flip it on its head. We're going to talk about the art of living awake. So let's just start with a really big question here. What if the whole goal isn't to find some quiet room to escape from all the chaos of life? What if that's been the biggest misunderstanding all along? Instead, what if the true practice is about learning to live fully inside of it all? I mean, diving headfirst into reality with all its noise and interruptions, and finding out how to be totally present right there in the middle of it. Now that is the powerful idea we are digging into today. Okay, let's get into it. First up, we've got to tackle this meditation myth. That common picture we all have in our heads about what meditation is supposed to be. So, you've got this traditional view, right? Eyes closed, trying to escape reality. It's this isolated thing you do for maybe 20 minutes. But this concept of living awake is the total opposite. It's about having your eyes open. It's about engaging with reality, not running from it. It's not some isolated practice. It's an integrated way of being all day long.
So the whole thing hinges on this one core shift. It's a really fundamental change in your perspective, from trying to shut the world out to consciously and willingly inviting it in.
And this is the key. You stop seeing the world as a distraction. Instead, it becomes the actual subject of your meditation. Every sound, every sight, every interruption, it's no longer getting in the way of your peace. It is your practice. The whole world sort of becomes your meditation mat.
Our source material says it perfectly. Things like conversational sounds, leaf rustle, and sunlight bouncing off buildings are not distractions. They are the unfolding of life. So the practice isn't to block it all out. It's just to observe it without judgment.
And this leads to a really powerful skill the source calls witnessing. It's basically the art of watching things happen, the good, the bad, all of it, and not getting immediately swept away by them. You learn to be the observer, not just the knee-jerk reaction. So how does that actually work? Okay, imagine this. Step 1, a car horn honks right next to you. That's the stimulus. Step 2, you recognize the feeling. You feel that jolt of annoyance, right? But here's the game changer. Step 3, you choose your response. Instead of instantly reacting, you just notice the feeling and you deliberately pause. That tiny little gap is where all your power lies. And this practice of witnessing and pausing, well, that's how you start to master your inner world. It's about setting your own vibe by your own rules, no matter what's going on outside. So what happens when you do this? Well, you start to develop your intuition. You become deeply self-aware. You learn how to influence your own vibe instead of just absorbing whatever stress is around you. You create that gap to avoid feeling overwhelmed, all by learning the incredible power of the pause. And I just love this metaphor from the source. When you can stay calm in the middle of a storm, you don't just help yourself. You become a lighthouse for other people. You radiate your own calm energy, instead of being a sponge that just soaks up all the anxiety. This gives you a real strategic advantage. In a world that is all about instant reaction, the ability to pause is basically a superpower. It gives you clarity when everyone else is just operating on pure impulse. Now, what's really interesting is how this inner mastery completely changes your relationship with the crazy, unpredictable outside world. You stop fighting it. You start dancing with it. So here's a really counterintuitive idea for you. We spend our whole lives trying to be indispensable, right? But what if realizing that you're replaceable is actually liberating? When you accept that the world will go on without you, this massive weight just lifts off your shoulders. That pressure to control everything, to be perfect, to never fail, it just dissolves. It frees you from that crippling burden of self-importance, and you can finally just live more lightly. So this new dance with reality is built on some pretty simple principles. You accept that things can and will go wrong. You learn to move with life's natural rhythm. You understand that change is the only constant there is. And you remember that life is not a race. There's no finish line you have to rush towards. And the outcome is pretty beautiful. You learn to adapt without resistance. Instead of being a rigid rock that gets battered by the current of life, you become like water in a stream. You flow around obstacles with nimbleness and grace. So let's tie this all together. What we're talking about here isn't just a set of techniques. It's a profound shift in how you experience every single moment. It is the art of truly living awake. And when you practice this, you cultivate these incredible qualities. You become more self-aware and intuitive. You're less reactive to chaos. You become more resilient. And above all, you become deeply, truly present in your own life. And the most crucial point is that this isn't something you save for a quiet park bench. This is for the office. This is for that traffic jam. This is for the tense family dinner. It's meant for the messy reality of your actual life. That's where it really counts. And ultimately, this is the big takeaway. The goal isn't just to see the world more clearly. It's about opening your eyes to yourself as you move through the world. That's the real meaning of meditation. So I'll leave you with one final thought to reflect on. It's easy to have your eyes open. We all do it every day. But the real question is, are you truly awake? Awake to the life that's unfolding right in front of you and within you right now?